we had very good deliberations on the committee. I was presiding over that committee. Do you agree we put the question? I put the question that the Public Participation Bill, National Assembly Bill number 44 of 2025, be now read a third time. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the conduct of public participation, to give effect to the constitutional principle of public participation of the people enshrined in Articles 10.2, Article 691D, Article 118, Article 174C, Article 184.1c, Article 196, Article 201A, and Article 232.1d of the Constitution, and for connected purposes. Order number 9, motion, report of the Committee of the Whole House on the Plant Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 28 of 2025. Question to be put.
Honorable members, order, Honorable Owen. Order. I put the question that this House do agree with the report of the Committee of the Whole House on its consideration of the Plant Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 28 of 2025. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mover. Move that reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Plant Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 28 of 2025, be now read a third time. I also request the Honorable Mutunga to second.
Member for Tigania West.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I do second.
Honorable members, there is too much movement. Honorable Memusi, order. Order. Honorable Murugara, totally out of order. Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the Plant Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 28 of 2025, be now read a third time. Do I put the question? I put the question that the Plant Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 28 of 2025, be now read a third time. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide a regulatory and institutional framework for the prevention of introduction, establishment and spread of plant pests, management of plant pests, facilitate safe trade in plants, plant products, and other regulated articles, and for connected purposes. Order number 10, the County Library Services Bill, Senate Bill number 40 of 2024, second reading. Question to be put.
Order. Honorable members, I put the question that the County Library Services Bill, Senate Bill number 40 of 2024, be now read a second time. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the establishment of county libraries and county directorate of library services in each county, the functions and powers of each county directorate of library services, and for connected purposes. Order number 11, motion, report on audited financial statements of selected state corporations in the energy sector. Question to be put.
Honorable members, I put the question that this House adopts the fourth report of the Public Investments Committee on Commercial Affairs and Energy on its examination of audited financial statements of selected state corporations in the energy sector, laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 2nd April 2026. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it.
Order number 12, motion, interim report on the inquiry into the importation of raw sugar by Mombasa Sugar Refinery Limited. Question to be put.
Honorable members, I put the question that this House adopts the interim report of the Departmental Committee on Trade, Industry and Cooperatives on its inquiry into the importation of raw sugar by Mombasa Sugar Refinery Limited, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 4th August 2026. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of a contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable members, we shall go back to order number 7.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
There is one response from the Committee of Agriculture, but there is one request. I'll indulge Honorable Mule to request. Then we'll go to Honorable Mutunga.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Finance, National Planning regarding the operation of a company known as QVSE operating under the Global Investment Group in Kenya. Madam Speaker, it is reported that QVSE, an online platform operating under the Global Investment Group, is offering investment opportunities to Kenyans by combining cryptocurrency payments with trading in the United States stock. The platform reportedly markets itself as providing a secure and convenient investment solution to enable users to invest in the United States equity using digital assets. However, Madam Speaker, concerns have been raised regarding the platform operation, particularly its regulatory status, investment protection measures, and the legality of its activities in Kenya, Madam Speaker. Reports indicate that the platform targets every citizen, small-scale traders, teachers, and other border operating fellows and other economically vulnerable groups by requiring minimum investment of approximately 65,000 Kenya shillings and promising fixed daily permission to execute online one trade per day by sending the members a signal at 4 p.m. every day, Madam Speaker. Receiving a notification from the company through their mobile phones, these allegations have also raised concern that the unsuspecting members of public have been exposed to significant financial loss should the platform fail to honor its obligation, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it is against this background that I request a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning on the following. A report on the legal and regulatory status of QVSE and the Global Investment Group in Kenya, including whether the platform is licensed to offer investment or financial services and the laws governing its operation, Madam Speaker. Secondly, Madam Speaker, a report on the ownership and the operation of QVSE and the Global Investment Group, including their local representative partners and directors. 3, any steps taken to investigate the allegation that the platform operates as unlawful investment or a pyramid in Kenya. And 4, measures put in place to protect Kenyans from unregulated investment schemes, including the action being taken to safeguard affected investors and facilitate the recovery of funds where losses have been incurred. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Your Honor truly signed, Honorable Mule, MP Matungulu constituency.
Very well. Committee of Finance Chair, Vice Chair was here. Any member? Honorable Owen, let the Finance Committee bring that response in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. I've already guided, it's fine. Honorable members, I wish to introduce to you a delegation of 7 students from the following schools who are seated in the Speaker's Gallery: Loreto Convent, Valley Road, Starehe Girls Center, and Kianda School. The students are in Parliament on a voluntary service scheme that runs during the school holidays for a period of 1 week. Honorable members, on my own behalf and that of the National Assembly, I welcome the students to Parliament and wish them a positive experience in their voluntary service to the nation. I thank you. Honorable Mutunga, you have a response. Are you ready?
Yes.
Carry on.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to respond to the statement requested by the Honorable Member Mayaka, she's called Mayaka.
What did you say, Honorable Member? The statement was requested by Honorable Irene Mayaka.
Yes, I am responding to the statement as requested by Irene Mayaka to the Senate, to the Cabinet Secretary, Agriculture and Livestock Development, on invasive weeds called dodder weeds. Honorable Speaker, dodder weeds has become a widespread invasive parasitic weed across many regions in Kenya. It affects both cultivated and wild plants, resulting to significant economic losses. The weed attaches itself to the host plant and forms dense thread-like stems that may appear yellow, gold, orange, or green depending on the species. It spreads through the birds, animals, human activities, farm operations such as pruning, movement of infested planting material, contaminated farm equipment, and contaminated soil. The counties affected by this menace, Honorable Speaker, include Nyamira and Kisii in Nyanza, Vihiga, Bungoma, Busia, and Kakamega in Western, Nakuru, Nandi, Kericho, Narok, Kajiado, Bomet, and Uasin Gishu in Rift Valley, Murang'a, Kiambu, Kirinyaga, Embu, Nyeri, and Meru in Central Region, Eastern and Kitui, Machakos, Makueni, Mombasa, Kwale, and Kilifi in the Eastern and Central region, and Coastal Region. The crops affected include avocados, citrus, mango, passion fruits, sugar cane, coffee, tea, miraa, macadamia, maize, beans, bananas, cashew nuts, forest trees, ornamentals, hedges, and shrubs. The second question, Honorable Speaker, was the immediate interventions that are undertaken by the Ministry of Agriculture that have been put in place to contain the spread of the dodder weed, including the availability and approval of effective means of control methods for affected farmers in Kenya. And the ministry's response as follows. The ministry has undertaken the following measures to contain the spread of dodder weeds. The first measure is harnessing multi-institutional technical committee. This one has been established there is established a multi-institutional technical committee chaired by the Director of Plant Protection. The members include Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service, Pest Control Product Services, Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization, universities, KBC, ICIPE, CIMIT, Agrochemical Association of Kenya, and the Real IPM. They have developed technical guidelines for management of dodder and other migratory pests. The gap, Honorable Speaker, is that there is limited implementation due to inadequate budget, and the way forward is prioritize budgetary support to the mitigation activities. The second approach is development of technical information on dodder weeds. There has been developed dodder weed integrated pest management guidelines through the Kenya Forestry Research Institutes and partners. The gaps that exist include limited stakeholder sensitization, limited dissemination of guidelines, and the way forward include reviewing data with management guidelines, conducting sensitization forums, and disseminating guidelines through online platforms. The third intervention, Honourable Speaker, is about policy guidelines and on invasive weeds. The Ministry has developed migratory and invasive pest and weeds management strategy 2022-2027. The gaps in that include low operationalization of the strategy, weak coordination structures, and limited budget. And the way forward is mobilization of more resources, rollout of the strategy, and aligning with the national and international guidelines. The fourth intervention include risk assessment guidelines for invasive weed species. Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service and partners have developed risk assessment guidelines for the invasive weeds. The gaps existing include limited joint risk assessment missions, limited funding opportunities, poor follow-up and control measures, as well, and the way forward, Honourable Speaker, include mobilization of resources, undertaking collaborative risk assessment, and conducting mechanical removal campaigns with the county governments. The fifth intervention is the research and innovation. This has got to do with establishing a research and innovation directorate within the ministry. The gap is there is no budget so far, and the way forward is increasing staffing and funding. The sixth intervention is state agency that safeguard against entry and spread of new pests and diseases under KFI surveillance system. And key to note is that KFI's continuous pest forecasting, surveillance and risk analysis, regional offices safeguard entry points into the country, and the gaps include limited funding, affecting nationwide surveillance and early warning systems. And the way forward, Honourable Speaker, is to increase human and financial capacity. The seventh intervention has to do with research agencies in the form of research on control measures. And the issue here is research on biological control agents being pursued. The gap is limited research due to low funding, and the way forward is developing collaborative research proposals to lobby for resources. The eighth intervention is alternative use of Doda weeds. There has been successful extraction of dye from Doda weeds for fabrics and leather, which was reported in 2025. The gap here is the intellectual property rights may limit commercialization, and the way forward is pilot cottage industry for dye extraction. The final intervention, Honourable Speaker, is herbicide evaluation, and the Kenya Forestry Research Institute has tested 4 herbicides, Gramoxone 200 SL, Agrimine 2,4-D, Willowsite 360 SL, Abiquill 20 SL. The herbicides showed potential in managing Doda. The gap is no pilot demonstrations so far, and the way forward is conducting field demonstrations through the Kenya Agriculture and Livestock Research Organization. For the issue that the honourable members sought to know is the budgetary allocation that the ministry has made to KFRI, KALRO, and other relevant institutions for nationwide mapping of Doda infestation, identification of host areas, hotspot areas, not host, hotspot areas, research on sustainable control measures and implementation of urgent interventions. And the response on budgetary allocation, Honourable Speaker, the ministry and its agencies do not have a dedicated budget for the migratory pests and invasive weeds such as Doda. On the way forward is that the ministry proposes establishment of a dedicated national fund for for migratory pests and invasive weeds. The proposed immediate action is that the ministry proposes a 46.8 million shilling intervention program covering the following: development and the dissemination of technical information materials, training of technical staff, training of community leaders, establishment of farmer field schools, public awareness meetings, mass media campaigns, national call for action campaign, mechanical destruction of Doda, delimiting the detection surveys, molecular identification of Doda species, evaluation of integrated pest management strategies for effectiveness, biological control research, and herbicide field demonstration. So the Ministry, Honourable Speaker, concludes that the Ministry acknowledges that while progress has been made in surveillance, early warning, farmer sensitization, and technical response, the rapid spread of Doda wind requires the following: increased national investment, stronger interagency collaboration, sustained financial support to KEFIs, CALRO, KEFRI, and partner institutions, and also the Ministry proposes that the Ministry commits to working with county governments to accelerate dissemination of technologies and promote adoption of sustainable Doda management practices by farmers. I submit, Honourable Speaker.
Before I give Honourable Mayaka for any follow-up question or questions, allow me to recognize in the public gallery this afternoon Motor School from Kuresoi North constituency, Nakuru County, Olanti Mixed School from Kajiado South, Kajiado County, Harvard Institute from Thika constituency, Kiambu County. We welcome them to observe the proceedings of the House this afternoon. Honourable Mayaka, are you satisfied with the response?
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, while I acknowledge the efforts that have gone into this particular response, especially on the research on the number of counties that are affected, the different crops that are actually affected, the work done in terms of research, but all the gaps that have been identified all relate to lack of budgetary allocation. And then when they relate to budgetary allocation, and we come to the very last point in terms of, so when is this budgetary allocation going to be done, there is no specification. Because if the ministry has identified that the biggest issue that we have for us to be able to deal with Doda weed is that there is no budgetary allocation, and you've even mapped out the specific amounts for each particular area, but you don't say when this budgetary allocation will be done, then it's purely literature. Because, Honourable Speaker, budgetary allocation is done depending on a specific financial year. There is no indication of which particular financial year is going to deal with this particular issue. And I've seen the total amount comes to about 46 million. And the allocation is spread out to the different counties. Because, Honourable Speaker, the number of counties affected are 25 counties. And some of the major counties that are the bread basket of this country are affected by the Doda weed. If you drive from Kisumu all the way as you go to Nyamira to Kisii, along the road you'll even see the yellow plant, how it has affected the plantations. So we cannot have an uncertain indication of which particular budgetary financial year we are talking about. Because what if they're talking about after we go for election? What if all of us don't come back? Does this mean that this will not be dealt with? We need a specification in terms of, is this going to be dealt with in the next supplementary budget or in the next budgetary financial year that is coming? Those specifications need to be given. Otherwise, this remains a merely literature material that we have received. Thank you.
Very well. Honourable Member for Funyula, is it on the same?
Speaker, if you had the chair of the committee mentioned Busia as one of the counties that have been severely affected by that Doda weed, the one we call the yellow weed. In our place we call it yellow weed because it's yellow and it reminds us of some yellows here in Nairobi, which normally made from Limuru. You see, we used to say, Honourable Speaker, that you only know when you're approaching Nairobi, when you start seeing yellow faces around Limuru as you come this end. So, Honourable Speaker, personally in my own compound, the victor suffocated all my oranges, and I feel something needs to be done. I've spoken to the agricultural extension officers, and they have as well looked so helpless because the only solution they're offering that cut the tree and burn it, which looks too destructive and very expensive. I would just want to urge the chair, and as Honorable Irene Mayaka has challenged, find some resources in the budget making process, in the supplementary budget, to provide some resources to do some work. And you, Chair, you can go to the Budget Appropriation Committee. There are so many departments, or so many offices that have got a lot of money they waste every single day. If they only donated that 50 million, it will save this country and it will save many parts. Just go to the Budget Appropriation Committee, let them reduce the number of watchmen who go to State House so that you can save that resources for this, to save the people of Kenya. They are more important than benefiting individuals for no apparent reason. I hope you have heard my plea, and you have heard the people of Busia, Nyamira, Bungoma, Kakamega, Vihiga. If you don't do anything, allow us to take care of ourselves. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
What is out of order?
But
Honorable.
Point of order, Madam Speaker.
Kipsanai.
Madam Speaker, is it in order?
Honorable members, use your
honorable.
cards. If you want to intervene, use your intervention.
Is it in order for Honorable Member Funyula, Honorable Dr. Undo, to insinuate that those Kenyans who are taxpayers, those Kenyans who elected the government of the day that is serving currently and in future, that it is wrong for them to go and visit State House? Is it in order to refer to them that they are going there to spend money? Madam Speaker, and even calling them that they are watchmen, they are cooks, they are what? Those are Kenyans. They deserve to go to State House today, tomorrow, and in future. And that is their office. That is why we say this is the Asla government. You are out of order.
Honorable Donya, is it a point of order or a follow-up question? I'll come to you, Member for Funyula.
Discussing matters of agriculture, food security for the nation, then someone starts bringing issues with money. That shows you have an intention of communicating. This is not the right forum to give responses on who goes to State House, what happens there. This is a very important matter of agriculture, food security. What are you telling the learners who have come all the way to see what is discussed in Parliament, Madam Speaker? It is a shame for the honorable member to just speak blatantly. Next time, you should know that we have public rallies, we have other avenues where he can take his discussion, but not to be petty in this honorable House, Madam Speaker. Thank you very much.
Honorable members, I know you are opening a different thing because the owner of the question has asked about budget and the chair will respond. Honorable Zamzam, is it another point of order?
Mheshimiwa Spika, wajua haya magugu ya yelo yako mpaka Mombasa, yako kila mahali. Na wakati ambapo tunazungumzia mambo muhimu na tunataka tusaidike, Mheshimiwa Spika, inakuwa ni makosa kubwa sana mbunge asimame aanze kuzungumza mambo ya watu kutembea State House. Mheshimiwa Spika, toka wakati wa nyuma, wakati wa Moi, wakati wa Kenyatta, wote hawa watu walikuwa wanaenda State House wanazungumza mambo ya kimsingi. Na ndio kazi ambayo hata Mheshimiwa Rais ukiona amekaa na watu wake State House, hawa watu ndio walompigia kura, wana issues zao na State House ndio ofisi ya rais na wana haki ya kwenda na waende usiku na mchana. Hata ofisi yake Mheshimiwa Undo pia watu waenda usiku na mchana. Kwanza kwake wanaenda paka nyumbani huyu Mheshimiwa Undo. Kwa hiyo awachane na State House, ni Aruto ndio yuko, ni wakati wake ajibarizi, ajinafas, aite kila mtu aje State House. Hata mimi nangoja kuitoa huko State House niende na mambo yangu ya Mombasa. Lakini bunge hili tunapigania mambo ya magugu ambao ni ile yelo imetusumbua paka Mombasa, Mheshimiwa Spika, na tunahitaji budget ya kuweza kusukuma ili kupigana nayo. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
I will come back to you, Member for Funyula. I really wish members come with their cards. I don't want you lifting hands. Member for Mogoti, you know, it looks terrible when you're lifting hands in the House with the CPA Ruto. Kindly replace your cards if you have lost them, because this House needs some order. But I'll indulge you, Kiborek, for a minute.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll join my colleagues in reprimanding Honorable Fofunyula. Madam Speaker, all sovereign power belongs to the people. and the president sits in State House on behalf of the people of Kenya. And the State House belongs to the people of Kenya. And everyone has a liberty and has a right to visit the State House whenever invited to visit. Honorable Undo to cast aspersion on Kenyans who visit the State House to discuss the matters of this country and the economy of this country with the president is out of order, and it should not be allowed, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, Honorable Ruto, you are the Vice Chair of Finance Committee. You are the ones who source the money. I'll give you a minute. Maybe you'll tell Honorable Mayaka which budget.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Allow me now to bring back the discussion to the mood of the member before. Matters food security is a question that is of national interest, as it is to any other security matters. In the absence of food, there will be no stability in the country, like the way we feel threat on the aspect of aggression and attack from outsiders. And this is something that we cannot give a second thought, especially at such a moment that we are looking at a situation where drought also is ravaging the country. I'm sure, Madam Speaker, you are aware that part of the what we call bread basket of the country is now experiencing challenges because of drought, and we are anticipating a crop failure. So put together with the issue of this weed, the yellow one, which is really serious, and it is a serious attack, especially on maize crop, on cereals. There is no shortcut. Whether there is money here or there, this is something that the government of the day has to consider as a priority. Like as I've said, it is a national security. The same way we are putting money to buy ammunition, to buy armored cars, let us put money to provide food. Because in the absence of food, you don't need a can to shoot hunger, but you need food. And there's no, countries have fallen down. We've seen high prices, we've seen governments have been brought down because of food, because of bread, and this is something we cannot sit about. So it's something I'm saying, and I'm asking the minister concerned, both in National Treasury and in Agriculture, they should consider this one as a priority. That we need enough money on research. How do we address this issue of attack on this yellow wheat? And that's serious wheat. The moment it has grown in the farm, you lose maize, you lose wheat, you lose every crop. Now again, there is a drought that has come in. We need to plan for this. I've seen people planning. I've seen yesterday plans are put in place for upcoming El Nino. The same way we are preparing for El Nino, let us prepare for hunger that is coming, because there will be a failure of maize crop that has grown to 75 million, it might come to 30 million. And I think that's the relevance, Mr. Undo, my Honorable Undo, that we need to speak about today. On any other visitations, let each and every politician deal with their own visitations. I have mine as a member of parliament, you have yours, MCA has, governor has, so do the president. Everyone deal with your own electorates in your own style, in your own way, because it is your duty and responsibility. But in this house, let's protect those issues that is matters of national interest. Thank you so much. And speaking from budget, we are ready to chair even supplementary budget to come very soon and provide resources for this.
I want to bring this to a close. Chair, Agriculture, you'll have the final response.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, I think I want to strongly dissociate myself from the utterances of the Honourable Onda, because I expect Honourable Onda to be a little bit more inclined towards learning the Kenyans. Oundo. Yeah. You should be more inclined towards learning the Kenyans and not unlearning them as a professor. It is really absurd to hear that from you, Honourable Onda. Because I want to tell you two things. Number one, Honourable Onda, you are out of order as per the standing order number 105. You did not substantiate your statement that watchmen are going to State House. And Honourable Onda, you are very much aware of the budgeting process. And the final thing, you are also out of order with respect to standing order number 91, which basically owns you personally responsible for the utterances you're making. Honourable Speaker, having said that, let me say that we shall be very particular as a committee to look into what the ministry proposes as a budgetary provision towards the control, towards sensitization, towards research on these invasive weeds. Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Mayaka, I can see she just did a thumbs up, so she's satisfied for now.
Honourable Speaker, I just want
thank you, Honourable Ariko. I'm told I said CPA Ruto is a vice chair. He's a member, if I'm not wrong.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker.
I have given you a position that is not yours, so I withdraw it. Honourable Mayaka.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. I just want to acknowledge what my fellow chair has said in terms of the budgetary allocation And just to assure him that when the time comes, I will be there, very keen with the pen, to confirm that the 46 million allocation has actually been put for this very important thing. Because, Honorable Speaker, if I may just finalize on this, you can see the list of the crops that the chair mentioned. They are very important cash crops in our country. And also, Honorable Speaker, the fact that the government has gone out of its way to ensure that we are reducing the amount that people buy fertilizer with. We can't put so much effort in terms of ensuring that crop production is increased only for it to be affected by a weed like this. So I'll be watching very keenly, Honorable Speaker, to make sure that this allocation is done. So thank you to the Honorable Chair.
Very well. We have made very good progress. I'm told, Honorable CPA Ruto, that in your second term, you should be the chair of Finance Committee because I had promoted you. Next order.
So we're going to 13. Order number 13, the Commission of Inquiry Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 23 of 2026, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Commissions of Inquiry Act and for connected purposes. Order number 14, the Heritage and Museum Bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2023, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the conservation, preservation, protection, research, and management of cultural and natural heritage at the national and county levels of government and for connected purposes. Order number 15, the County Hall of Fame Bill, Senate Bill number 18 of 2023, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to establish a County Hall of Fame in each county as an avenue through which the county government shall bestow honor on individuals within their respective counties acclaimed as being outstanding, exceptional, or illustrious in any professional activity, provide a framework for the preservation of the history, heritage, and culture of counties and for connected purposes. Order number 16, the County Oversight and Accountability Bill, Senate Bill number 3 of 2024, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to give effect to Article 96(1) and 3 of the Constitution and to enhance public financial accountability by the county governments and for connected purposes. Order number 17, the Statutory Instruments Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 10 of 2024, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Statutory Instruments Act to provide for the timelines within which statutory instruments shall be made and for connected purposes. Order number 18, the Environment Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 23 of 2024, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Forest Conservation and Management Act to make further provision for afforestation and reforestation of indigenous forests in Kenya, to promote tree planting in all counties, to amend the Climate Change Act to provide for the setting and formulation of strategies to achieve national environment targets, annual carbon sequestration targets, and for connected purposes. Order number 19, the Sports Amendment number 2 Bill, Senate Bill number 45 of 2024, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Sports Act to create county academies of sports, to protect minors in sports and for connected purposes. Order number 20, the motion, the third report on the implementation status of reports on petitions and House resolutions.
Is the chairperson committee on implementation in the House? Has he delegated? And honorable members, and this goes to the chairs, in liaison we communicate if you have business on the order paper. If you know you're not there, kindly delegate so that we don't keep calling orders that are not moving. We shall defer this. Next.
Order number 21, motion, the seventh report on the audited financial statements for various state funds, various funds.
Chairperson, Special Funds Account Committee. Anyone delegated to move? We shall defer this order.
Order number 22, motion, 9th report on the audited financial statements for various state corporations.
The Chairperson, Public Investments Committee on Social Services, Administration and Agriculture. Is the chair in the House? Again, we shall defer it.
Order number 23, the County Assembly Services Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 34 of 2023, second reading.
Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Labor. That should be Ken Chonga, not in the House. Next order, we shall defer this.
Order number 24, motion, 5th report on the implementation status of reports on petitions and House resolutions.
Same as order number 20, we shall defer. It's under the Chairperson, Committee on Implementation.
Order number 25, consideration of sessional paper number 5 of 2026 on the National Energy Policy.
Chairperson, Departmental Committee on Energy. Not in the House. Deferred.
Order number 26, motion, consideration of sessional paper number 4 of 2026 on the National Petroleum Policy.
Same to Committee on Energy. Shall also be deferred. What is out of order, Makali? Before Honorable Makali, hold on. I'll acknowledge in the Speaker's Gallery, Hill School from Keses, who are in Gishu County, who are in the Speaker's Gallery. And your MP is here, so I'll give him a minute to welcome not just you, but also other learners who are visiting. Honorable Ruto.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for according me this opportunity to delightfully welcome the Hill School Eldoret. And I'm again saying the Hill School Eldoret, being the oldest school in the constituency and the school with traditions, non-traditions of excelling in their academics and performance and even in their character. I want to say you are welcome so much to learn from this house, honorable house, and also to develop your aspirations that all of you, and I know all of you, have got different careers, expectation in future. And should you choose to run out on political leadership, I'll be delighted to see some of you in future to be here. But the bottom line is working hard, and not only Hill School, even the other schools, please put your commitment in terms of your education serious, because that's on the way out to the success of your life. Thank you and welcome, and I'm happy to see you, happy to meet you here. Thank you.
Makali Mulu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, maybe before I raise my issue, I just want to join my colleague in also welcoming the students. I say we are very happy when we see them in Parliament, more so to observe what happens here. But Madam Speaker, I'm a bit concerned because you have read over 6 motions which are supposed to have been debated by this House, and you, from where you sit, you have no choice but to defer them. Basically because those who are supposed to move them are not in the House. Madam Speaker, we are all aware that the order paper is published normally 24 hours to the time of debate. And I don't know what the majority leader will be telling us. I see the deputy minority leader here. I don't know what he will be telling Kenyans in a situation where those who are supposed to be moving motions are not here. And this is serious business for the country. So, Madam Speaker, I want your indulgence in terms of how do we proceed. We've seen these tenders, especially, for example, the implementation committee, Madam Speaker. Last week it was the same case. Is it that the chairs are not being told about this? Who is failing who? And I think really this matter must be addressed, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Indeed, it is quite distressing for us to defer over 5 orders. And the communication is usually sent out in the morning. I'm the vice chair of the liaison committee. We had alerted all the chairs who are supposed to be in the House. It is quite unfortunate that we have to keep deferring. Honorable Undo.
Honorable Speaker, this is unprecedented in the history of Parliament of Kenya since independence. Extremely unprecedented. Honorable Speaker, when you elect to become a chair of a committee, there is some sense of responsibility that is bestowed upon you that you cannot afford to lay down the people of Kenya, lay down the House of Parliament. Honorable Speaker, on a day like this, we reserve it for clearing this kind of motions. That's why we go all the way to 9 p.m. so that we can clear all these very significant matters that requires that normal trigger other administrative and policy actions. I want to challenge the majority side. They are the ones who normally cajole or get these persons to be appointed as chair.
Actually, Honorable Undo, it is not just the majority side. The chairs here, including Committee of Implementation, Committee on Special Funds, Committee on Public Investments Committee, all these are in the minority side. It is actually a matter concerning the whole House.
Honorable Speaker, you remember there is a mongrel they have created somewhere called broad-based government that has blurred the division between majority and minority. To an extent now, Honorable Speaker, you do not know which is the majority and which is the minority. And that is the essence, that's the results, that's the end results.
What is out of order?
Of undertaking.
Honorable Owen first.
Sorry, Honorable Speaker, while I recognize the PhD holder, Dr. Oundo, on many things, on many fronts, but see, he misses the point. The issue of mongrel or whatever animal you're talking about does not arise because these committees are constitutionally belong to the minority, if you look at them, and even within our standing order. So it is not just about whatever you're talking about, because if you look at the committee chairs that are not here, the implementation committee, according to the standing order, is chaired by the minority. Again, the chairperson of special funds, according to our standing order, is chaired by a member who either is independent or on the minority side. If you look at the chairperson of the Public Investment Committee, public investment squarely belongs to the minority. The Department on Labor is the only person that we could talk about, and the one for energy. But all others, Honorable Speaker, belong to. So what I want to say, and I think that's my point of order. So I would like to say, to tell Dr. Oundo, don't use this floor of the House to seek re-election. This member has a syndrome.
He's on a point of order.
Has a syndrome that every time he pokes holes here and here, people will see. Actually, I want to tell him the people of Funyula do not even own TVs. They will not even see him.
Honorable members.
He needs to go
Order, members. You do not need to cast aspersions because both of you have been elected more than once. Honorable member for Mombasa, hold on. I will give you the rebuttal. She was on a point of order, and so is Honorable Zamzam.
Mheshimiwa Spika, naona kama chair wa implementation committee ni chair wangu wa komiti yangu. Hata nimeuliza kwa group mbona haja dedicate mtu kama mimi niko hapa nimekaa imeitwa lakini ilikuwa sina ufahamu. Mheshimiwa Spika, niweze tu kumwambia Mheshimiwa Oundo, wajua wakati mwingine ukipigwa na baridi sana ambao umechagua mwenyewe, wakati mwingine unachanganyikiwa. Hapa tuko katika bunge ambalo tunaulizana, machea wetu wa makamati hizi zote huku na huku hawako, wanafanya kuwa mambo ya Wakenya yanarudi nyuma kwa sababu hawako hapa kusoma hizi wala hawajachagua mtu yoyote kuweza kuwawakilisha. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa hiyo hii issue yake ya kuleta sijui broad based government, mimi nataka nimwambie arudi darasani kidogo, asiweke tu siasa mbele. Hapa tunaongea mambo muhimu sana, na nimwambie tu ulichagua huko kwa baridi na huku mbele tutaona vile mambo yatakuwa na inshallah atakuwa mazuri. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Oundo, wewe usilete filfinyange ndani ya bunge. Tuko katika mambo muhimu sana, na mimi nimelia na chair wangu wa kamati yangu. Kwa nini hajanipa mimi niko bungeni? Na Mheshimiwa Spika, hili jambo lazima tuambiane. Wajua tunaambiwa ranking members ndio wanapewa machea, wanapewa. Sisi tunaokuja bunge hili kama vile mwanafunzi anahudhuria darasa kila siku, ndio tungekuwa tunapewa hizi nafasi ili tuweze kuwakilisha Wakenya, kwa sababu tuna uwezo, tuna nguvu na tunaweza kuwakilisha kwa uweledi. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Bila shaka, sababu hata viongozi wengine wa makamati ambazo ziko, wale wamekuja hapa kwa mula wa kwanza, unapata wako na uadilifu pia na wako na tajriba ya kutosha kuweza kufanya kazi. Mheshimiwa Wafunyula, nitakupa ukiwa mwisho. Wacha kwanza tusikie hoja ya nidhamu ya Mheshimiwa David Mboni.
Chair, thank you for trying to speak in Kiswahili. But I was listening to Honorable Baya, and he was saying all those chairpersons, they belong to the opposition. Except one. Yes. Two. Yeah, but those ones, they are in broad-based. Waliingia kwa serikali. Yes.
Honorable members, I would like us to separate these issues, because I think we are getting carried by the politics of the day and forgetting that we have standing orders, we have committees that elect their chairmen, and they have a responsibility to this House, regardless of which side you represent. Because at the end of the day, we have adjourned almost 5 orders from different chairs just because they are not in the House. Honorable Nyikao.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This is actually a serious matter. If you look at the motions that we have actually have to step down because the committees are not there, a sessional paper on the national energy policy, a sessional paper on national petroleum policy, audited financial statement for various staff corporations, starting with Kenya Medical Supplies Authority for Kenya Food Authority. And so that's agriculture and food. Now, Madam Speaker, these are things that are important, but I think there is one major issue that we are not addressing. It is how we relate the work in Parliament with politics, particularly campaign. The bigger issue is that people where we are now, there's an assumption that actually we are in a campaign period, people have literally abandoned Parliament and people are going to campaign. And this is much bigger. It probably goes to IECB. When do we declare now is an election, a campaign time? Because if we do not have a law, that is why as early as 1 month after an election, you start people putting billboards, campaigning. There must be a law we need to put in place, Madam Speaker, so that people do not finish elections and start campaigns. It is bad for the development of the country. As I was saying, the first week after election or the first month, people are putting billboards starting to campaign. Now I've been asking myself, do we have a law, and this is what we really have to look at, that decides or that declares now it is time for campaign, you can start campaign. I think that's what we need to look at. We may think about it lightly, but it is actually have a negative impact on development, because that's what people do for 5 years. So, Madam Speaker, I think look at that bigger picture, but we need to really be serious with the work we are doing. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, I will give Honorable Oundo because he was interrupted, but I'll give you 1 minute because we need to close this issue. I'll give a few more members. Hold on.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Just as belaboring the point, it's no need to belabor. It's normally convenient when it is one government, convenient when it's not one government. But the bigger picture, Honorable Speaker, Kenyans elect members of parliament to sit in parliament and legislate. If you are a member who has elected a member of parliament and is not in parliament today being a day when the House sits, you must go and ask your member what business does he have to represent you if he cannot represent you in the House of Parliament. We understand very well the standing order. We understand the procedure. I know Mama Zamzam things are not good, but usijali kaka dada yangu mambo itakuwa sawa. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Rosa Buyu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity. Madam Speaker, the Honorable Member, Honorable Oundo, seems to be trivializing a very important issue. The issue at hand is Kenyans elect members of parliament so that we can transact business that can change and impact their lives positively. It does not matter whether you're in opposition, whether you're in minority, whether you're in majority, so long as you're a member of parliament, you've been elected to improve the lives of the Kenyan citizen. So what we are seeing today, Madam Speaker, is that the chairpersons, regardless of which side they belong to, is actually letting parliament down. We need to transact business for Kenyans, and it's an opportunity to change and give opportunities to other people who might be more interested in serving Kenyans in those positions. I thank you.
Thank you. 1 minute, Wako.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. It is unfortunate that we keep discussing the chairs of different committees. And I remember even last session, we struggled a lot because of quorum, and we agreed that the chairs will always be here to represent their committees and also do their work. But today, we cannot also blame and say that it is campaign time, because that cannot be used as an excuse. It is unfortunate the chairs are not doing their work. So we should do something as a house and as leadership, because last evening we did the same thing and we deferred all the motions and the order paper, the agendas that we had on the order paper, and we should avoid this going forward, because soon we are going on recess. We have Thursday to Monday to be in our counties and do whatever we want to do. But if now only 3 days we have, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, this morning we struggled a lot to get quorum. We cannot afford to go on this way. If the chairs cannot be able to do their work, let them retire, let them resign, and then we choose others and elect others who can represent Kenya well. Thank you.
Chepkonga? I will close with you, Honorable Owen.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as you know, you are the chair sometimes of the liaison committee. Madam Speaker, well, let's not cast aspersions to the chairs alone. In fact, we are both three chairs here who sit at the liaison, and we are here. It's just that we didn't have any business to transact this afternoon. But Madam Speaker, we cannot lay blame on the chairmen alone. I would like to request, Madam Speaker, to request the clerk through you, that the clerks of these committees, they should be conscientious also. And alert their chairs that there is business in the house. So that if the clerks have alerted the chair and the chair gives apologies, we always have a vice chair. You should be able to designate a vice chair. In the absence of the vice chair, Madam Speaker, we also have the people's chair or the welfare chair. You know, they should not only be merely welfare chairs also. They should also come and transact some business here. Welfare means, Speaker, they take care of the welfare of the members.
Honorable Chepkonga, you are trying very hard to make excuses for chairs.
No, I'm not.
But as the vice chair of liaison, I can tell you, even in the morning, at 9, it was communicated for the chairs who had business on the floor. If you're not in, get your vice chair to move.
Absolutely.
Or get a member to move.
Can I make a request?
We really shouldn't make excuses
can I make a request,
for
Speaker?
Inefficiency.
Can I make a request, Madam Speaker? We will be sitting on Wednesday next week as a liaison committee. I am requesting you to put this as agenda number 1, the absence of chairs in the House. Thank you very well.
And you know we have had it as an agenda for quite some time. That is why I'm not going to excuse inefficiency today, because it is a bad show. Member for Magarini.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, hata japo tunawakazia kamba wenye viti, lakini la kusikitisha kabisa, kuna wale wahusika ambao kama hapa jumbani hakuna wabunge wa kutosha, wanastahili waende wakawatafute na wawalete. Wote hawako, pande zote mbili hakuna. Sasa hii kazi itaendelea namna gani? Mheshimiwa Spika, pia vile vile ningeuliza IBC kwamba wakati wametangaza kwamba ni Mei mwaka ujao ndio mambo ya kampeni yataweza kuanza, hivi sasa wakaweke sheria na watie kamba, wakaze haya masuala ya mikutano ya kisiasa wakati huu. Hapana. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika.
Wangwe.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to speak as our chair, who is on the order paper. And Honorable Speaker, I seek that you invoke standing order number 1, and also consider the definition of President of Parliament, Honorable Speaker, as per the definition of what Honorable Aden Kainan did for us. I was in the office, Honorable Speaker, attending to 2 of my constituents. And when I listened and heard that I was next on the order paper, I moved in.
Honorable Wangwe, we
Yes.
have deferred the orders. We cannot undo that. You can only do it better tomorrow to come on time. If your business is on the order paper, show up in time. Dr. Christine.
Thank you, Chair. I think chairs are responsible people. They normally would respond. But for them not to be here means that they must explain what could have happened to them. They may have very good reasons, but we haven't had the reasons up to now. So it's very difficult to blame them. Secondly, how long does it take to communicate to them that they need to be here? Maybe the notice was too short for them to respond and be here on time. It also questions.
Honorable Mbaka, I hear you. Allow me, members, to put this to a close, but I want to give Owen as the leader in the House, and I know someone said you're not there. I can see the leadership is here. Honorable Wako and Owen are in the House. It's a member for Magarini who have said the leadership is not in the House. Owen, please take an undertaking on behalf of the chairs.
Okay. Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, it's one of those days, you know. It's one of those days. And being one of those days, sometimes, you know, you and I, the Speaker and the leadership, are a team. And we sometimes falter here and there, but as our leader, in the ultimate leader in the House, sometimes you hit us hard, sometimes you hit us, you know, Waswahili walisema, mtoto kilinyelea paja halikatwi. Linaoshwa vizuri, alafu linatengenezwa, maneno inakuwa sawa. Now, on that basis, Honorable Speaker, and you know, I would like to cajole you. And I want to use all the beautiful words in the world to request you. You know, today was also an unprecedented day. We had an opportunity to set up a new vision for the country. And a lot of these members of parliament got involved in that. And because we ran through the paper, the order paper, and deferred, I know it is very unprocedural for you to undefer something that has already been deferred. But you see, the makers of the standing orders, which I am holding here, gave the titular headship of this House to the Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I would like to request you, now that Honorable Wangwe is here, and now that the Honorable Chair for the Energy is on his way, and that I am here, Honorable Chair, Honorable Speaker, and as Honorable Speaker, you know you're a very nice person in your character. You have a beautiful soul, and you're always very forgiving. Allow us to save some little time. Even if you say we adjourn for a few minutes and then we resuscitate the orders, there is a way. This standing order cannot be defeated on resuscitation of business that has been deferred. We continue because we are pressed for time. Time is of essence. And I would request you, Honorable Speaker, that you allow us to move the 2 orders, the one for Honorable Wangwe and the one for Energy, because I am now ready to do that on behalf of the Chair, so that we can move. Honorable Chair, you know it's also not very nice to deny the leader an opportunity to lead the House. So I would like to lead the House, and I want to ask you, but also I want to also toughly say, chairs, when given a responsibility, be a chair that transacts business in this house and not business outside. We need you more in the house. And when you know that we have scheduled your business, please, and I think we need to discuss this, Chair, in the liaison committee so that we put things in order. But, Chair, with all humility, I beg of you and request you that you allow us to move the two orders. I thank you.
Honorable Owen, you know we are on the same side, and I've also taken the blame for liaison because we have done a lot of these discussions in the liaison committee, and I know we will do better. And I want as honorable members not to look at this as just bashing. It is just ensuring that we do our work and do it properly. But honorable members, we are also a house of record, we are a house of precedents, and I feel we have already surpassed the point where we can resuscitate the order. I would only request that tomorrow or the next sitting, those who have business, make it in time and we will prosecute it. Let today be a learning day of how not to conduct business, so that we can be better and do better tomorrow. And standing order 1 is usually for the matters that are not really provided for, but it will be very unprocedural to go back to already deferred orders. Order, members. Honorable members, and the time being 3:56 p.m., this House stands adjourned until tomorrow, Thursday, 13th August, 2026 at 2:30 p.m.
Lights on, volume up. This is where stories come alive. From local drama that hits close to home.
Huyu ni nani? Alinivamia akiwa na vijana wengine wawili. Toka nje. Hii nyumba yako. Yote ni porojo.
To international series everyone's talking about. Stories that pull you in. Characters you won't forget.
Stop complaining and just get out of here. Go now, go.
We turn up the volume. with music that moves, showcases rising stars, and bring the beat straight to your living room. And when it's time to talk, we don't hold back.
How is everything going?
Real conversations, big personalities, the issues, the loves, the moment everyone's debating the next day. Every show, every night, different voices, one destination. This is television that feels alive, unpredictable, and missable.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kenya.
Wake up with Good Morning Kenya, the morning show that's got it all. We dive deep into issues shaping our country.
Youth are a voice of a nation.
What is the next step for the young people?
Unpacking political landscape from Monday to Wednesday.
We discuss family matters.
It is very important to guard your relationship.
And for your health.
Someone doesn't wake up and they become an addict. It's in stages.
We've got you covered each and every Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Every Wednesday, it's all about the viewpoint.
A day in politics is like 1,000 years.
Unpacking the biggest stories of the week, getting you insights and getting you ready for your day.
And the package is not yet done. I get to fix your Thursday with some entertainment. Entertainment Thursday, it is.
Good Morning Kenya.
We shape your day.
Good Morning Kenya. Every weekday morning on KBC Channel 1.
In a world where news is ever changing, staying informed is more important than ever.
Join us every week on News Check, your go-to show for the latest in current affairs, breaking news and in-depth analysis.
A warm welcome to KBC News Check.
From politics to global events, we bring you content that matter to you.
We're not just speaking about the governance and how we want to see it, but want to actually participate.
Get your facts, hear from the experts, and really understand what is happening around you.
We need to change our system first.
You have to do the impossible to make sure the message is home.
Stay ahead, stay informed, stay engaged.
Will these people, everybody agree?
Just listen to me.
Let's give him a chance to clear the air.
Catch News Check every Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Only on KBC Channel 1.
Are you a talented artist? Or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss? But money can be very hard to find for an upcoming artist. Don't worry, Studio Mashinani has got your back. Sign up on ajira.co.ke to book a session with our music and video producers across the country. Work on your music, jingles, spoken words, and even podcasts to realize your dream. All for free. Studio Mashinani, Radani Talent.
Hey, it's time to play. We're glad you came because we love to share. We can laugh and sing, do brand new things with new friends everywhere. Come, come, come. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun with everyone. With everyone. Because we love to learn together, making new friends forever. Sesame's
Pop-up playtime with Raya and Grover.
Hello, it's me, Raya. I'm here with my good friend Grover.
Vaccines!
Oh, Grover. Remember, you have to wait for me to say my part first.
Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
We are going to tell you about... Grover?
Yes? Oh, vaccines! Now, you might be wondering, what is a vaccine? That is an excellent question. Raya, what is a vaccine?
A vaccine is a type of medicine. It helps our bodies practice fighting germs.
Ah, yes, exactly. Our bodies need practice fighting germs. Raya, why do our bodies need practice?
Because germs can really tire out our bodies by making us sick. So, our bodies need to practice fighting them, just like you practice soccer.
Correct. I do practice soccer to get better at kicking the ball.
And I practice playing my musical instruments to get better.
So we will never get sick again?
Well, a vaccine protects you against just a few germs. There are a lot of different germs in the world, so if you do feel sick, be sure to tell the adult who takes care of you. They may take you to the doctor. Doctors help us when we get sick. And of course, doctors give us... Grover.
No, vaccines!
Lights on, volume up. This is where stories come alive. From local drama that hits close to home.
Huyu ni nani? Alinivamia akiwa na vijana wengine wawili. Toka nje. Hii ni nyumba yako.
Yote ni porojo. To international series everyone's talking about. Stories that pull you in. Characters you won't forget.
Stop complaining and just get out of here. Go now, go.
We turn up the volume with music that moves, showcases rising stars, and bring the beat straight to your living room. And when it's time to talk, we don't hold back.
How is everything going?
Real conversations, big personalities, the issues, the loves, the moment everyone's debating the next day. Every show, every night, different voices, one destination. This is television that feels alive, unpredictable, and missable.
Are you a talented artist? Or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss? But money can be very hard to find for an upcoming artist. Don't worry, Studio Mashinani has got your back. Sign up on ajira.co.ke to book a session with your music and video producers across the country. Work on your music, jingles, spoken words, and even podcasts to realize your dream. All for free. Studio Mashinani, Radani Talent.
Welcome to Big Minds, your favorite place for fun and endless learning. It's wonderful to have you here today. I'm Emi Wangeshi. So here's what's coming up. We'll meet young talents, enjoy wonderful storybook adventures, make something delicious in the kitchen, and enjoy so much more activities.
My name is Susan Nyambura Mbao. I am 11 years old, a grade 6 learner from Dynamic Destiny Academy, and I am a model. My sister inspired me when I was young. She showed me that when you be confident, you're going to achieve what you want. And that's what made me to be a model. I have won Little Miss Ruiru, Little Miss Talent, and Little Miss Mohoko. And it was not tough, but the other people were comparing themselves and they didn't know they are beautiful and unique. I knew that I am unique and I am beautiful and I can achieve what I want. Yeah. My future plans are competing to other titles and teaching my fellow learners to clean their environment and to be clean. I balance school and modeling because I do well in my academics And when it's my free time, I go for training. And because modeling is my passion, it is easy and I multitask it. One of the challenges that I've faced in modeling, it's when I compare myself to other people, and when I don't believe in myself, and I tend to know that I'm the leader of tomorrow. One of the challenges that I've faced in modeling is to compare myself and to forget that I'm the leader of tomorrow. You can find me in all social media platforms as Captain Susan. To anyone who is watching, I know that you believe in yourself and you are beautiful and unique, and know that what you want is what you are going to achieve.
On Storytime today, we meet two children. One is Rose, the other one is Kaylee. Let's see what they're up to.
Hello, hello. Tell me, what do you do when you are at home? Maybe over the weekend